welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a new week, which means new opportunities. And let's see if this week we can break out of this range. No, I would guess that the probabilities are quite high. We're going to break out of this range this week. I mean, come on, all right? Like, please, not a full week of sideways ranging. It is currently Monday. We still have 6.5 pretty much days to go, so let's get out of here, right? Eventually. That's pretty much the goal this week, I hope. Hope you're doing good. Hope you are doing good. Now let me tell you, last night was quite a night in Amsterdam. Eventually we slept over there in a place, and I had 4.5 hours of sleep before then I returned back home. I'll give you a little bit more detail in a second, but yeah, I'm not feeling tired actually. I mean, once it's light outside, I just go. Probably when it gets dark tonight though, that's when I'm gonna feel it the most. But I will explain to you what happened yesterday after the live stream, right? So what's up, Mark, Mr. Seep, Dara, almost the first one. Mark and Mr. Seep sniped you. One Izudin, welcome. Hungry Queens, also Mr. Seep with the emote, of course. B Channel, Showa, Bettina, also all with that emote. What's up, everyone? Andrew, how you doing? To the moon or to the other side? We'll see. We're gonna do Elliott Wave analysis, of course, and we got a bit of a move here. So let's see what we get. Of course, I have a white line on the chart, which has a meaning, but I'll explain that in a second. Waiting for wave 3 to 8K, smoking on copium. Wave 3 to 8K. A wave 3 to 8K. So you're talking about the local bearish scenario, of course. Yeah, I mean, even if you break down to the downside here, 8K is still a bit of a distance away. But we're gonna analyze the chart with Elliott Waves, of course. Tom, how you doing? Good morning. Best intro in the entire crypto space. Woo! That's what we like to hear. It's the same song, same old. Sounds like an up song. I'm not familiar with that one. Hello from the German Autobahn. Are you driving at the moment, Showa? Are you driving about like 250 kilometers an hour on the Autobahn? No? Seriga? Chris Latkov, welcome. Good to have you here. You become old, I know. I mean, 4.5 hours of sleep. Here I am, right? I'm not tired. I feel good. It's light outside. I've actually done quite a lot of stuff this morning as well. So the ladies both went napping when we came home. But I made a morning update for you. And then I made the setups update for Diamond. And then I was active in Discord. So it's been an active morning. Can I dance with you, Dower? What's up, RVP Gaming? Maddie, how you doing? I have rarely, if ever, taken a CVD from buyback. How and when do you weigh this in trades? We could develop a bear signal. Both work. Both are relevant, and both should be taken into account. And manage. Trade should be managed accordingly. So this is just the two that I use, that I have built statistics on, and they're both valued exactly the same. Sometimes the one plays out, sometimes the other, but it's very much about the context between the two. You can also use others. You can personalize it. You can add other ones. You can remove the existing ones. You can do a lot, of course. But yeah, I use both, and yeah, it's important to keep an eye on both of them, in my opinion. Yeah, I value them the same way pretty much. Yep. So not gonna do altcoins today. It's Bitcoin specific. If you do want to check the altcoins, then I have a video on my YouTube. If you go to the homepage, scroll down a bit, there's a live stream of 6.5 hours where I analyze 19 different altcoins. Of the time fib. Yeah, we can do some fib time. I mean, I kind of talk about the fib time almost every video, of course, because of the comparison between wave 2 and wave 4. Hey, okay, everyone that's here. Oh, Hungry Queens, thanks for the €2. Thanks for sharing your insight, especially psychology. Pleasure, Hungry Queens. Wow, I really appreciate your support. We just started and you're entering with a banger, so thanks for the 2 there. But everyone, please clap in the chat for Alex O'Crypto, who's gonna be a dad in a couple of months' time. So everyone, he recently announced on his live stream that he is becoming a dad with Miss Otter, as his gang is called, the Otter Gang. So please congratulate Alex O'Crypto for becoming a dad. There you go. That is exactly, Kenny. Lots of bottles, and also lots of we call it liars. Everyone help me out here, like the liars. What's that in English? Jeez, I don't even know the name. What's the thing? Diapers. Sure, Alex O'Crypto speaking Dutch, no? Or he just knew what I meant. Yeah, probably the diapers. That's gonna be the start. Lots of diapers. But yeah, congratulations, man. That's great news. He's gonna marry in August, and there's a small little one coming in a couple of months' time as well. So happy times at the end of the year for Alex O'Crypto. That's incredible. I don't have the piece of the live stream where he announced it. He had like I don't have a link prepared, but he had a couple of pictures that he showed on the live stream. He first invited Miss Otter to come on the live stream, and then said like, "Hey, tutu, pregnant." Showed the pictures. So very nice, very nice. Thanks, Alex. Oh, but I gotta say, I gotta get used to the ring, man. Gotta get used to the ring, especially when I walk the stairs and you grab the handle and it's like tick, tick. I don't know. Or when you wash your hands as well, right? When you wash your hands, it's like, yeah, gotta get used to it. But happy to wear it. Happy to wear it. So, what's your buys on Bitcoin? We're gonna go over Elliott Waves. Don't you worry. We're going to cover the local stuff, as I made a cycle, macro, high time frame video, monthly, weekly, daily video yesterday night. Last night, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central European time. That's when the video was online. I didn't post it in Discord because I was in Amsterdam. Oh yeah, I have to talk about that as well, by the way. So yeah, good afternoon, Rob. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Ultimate Travel Guide, welcome, of course, as well. I suggest you take a look on the full chart of Bitcoin by searching. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That's why I write the text box in the left bottom corner of my video, because I've always done the analysis on Bitstamp, but I do include the price section of the index chart, which is also the complete chart, and I just use the pools from and the dates from the index chart, but then on the Bitstamp chart. So because I did my whole analysis on the Bitstamp chart, and then I figured out, oh damn, actually index has more info. And I was like, I'm too lazy to do the whole analysis again, but then on index. So that's why I wrote a little box saying, yo, the count is not going to change at all. Because it doesn't. It doesn't. But with the additional information before, 212 or something, the count doesn't change. So because nothing changes, I was like, well, it's not worth to remove everything and then put it all on another chart again and do all the pools and all the, so I was like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. So that's the main reason why I wrote like a text box in the bottom that says, doesn't really matter. Because the count will remain the same. Welcome, Devilus. Okay, we're gonna do 3 things in today's live stream before I have to go. And I have to go at 4:30, which is in 1 hour and pretty much 40 minutes that I have max for today's live stream. Because I have to speak tonight in Rotterdam at the University of Rotterdam. Yeah, we're going to cover Elliott Waves. We're going to cover the local time frames, right? But first, I want to talk about what happened last night. And then I'll talk about Elliott Waves. And then we're going to chat and Q&A. So for the ones that were here yesterday, which probably most of you are, before we jump into the charts, I had to go. We were going to Amsterdam, where my wife, I gotta say now, her sister, and a business guy. We're meeting up. Now, the business guy is also the boss of the sister, a very successful businessman. And my wife, sister, and himself were shopping. And first of all, throughout the day, now they like bought a shitload of stuff. And then at night we had dinner somewhere. And then out of nowhere, the idea was like, oh, you know, like potentially sleep in a hotel here in Amsterdam instead of going back. So we, you know, slept in a hotel, but then some drinks in the hotel as well. And before I knew it, it was 1:30 or something. And then we had to, because I wanted to make a new update in the morning. My wife had to work as well today. So then we had to leave by Uber at like 7 a.m. As well. So yeah, it was a pretty short night. I remember last time I put my phone down, it was 4 hours and 57 minutes, but it took a while to fall asleep actually. So yeah, it was a short night, about let's say 4.5 hours of sleep last night. And came home, made the analysis, made the morning update, and then the Diamond Setups update, active in Discord, doing some other stuff. And yeah, we just continue. And my next bedtime will be tonight, because I never really like to sleep during the day. So yeah, quite a volatile period while the chart is ranging. You're typing a -1. Urgent basement renovations, probably, yeah. You got married? Correct. Yeah, 2 days ago. But that was the paper wedding. The big ceremony wedding is coming on the 9th of March. You still look better than Andy right now. Well, he's going to get more sunshine. So what's up, Abid? How you doing? How you doing? Gabriel, could we have wave 5 at around 54, 55K? Yes. Then rejecting a big wave 4 at around 43, 44. Then 57. That has to be a wave 5 then. If the count starting from 24K. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, finish 3, big 4, big 5. I would prefer, I would then prefer the move from 15.4K to be the impulse. So the start is 15.4K, and your wave 4 that you count after 55K is going to be a big wave 4, and the wave 5 to 57 in that case ends the impulse from 15, and then you drop. Yeah. Because else it's too long with the 1-2s. If you get another 4-5, more 4-5, yeah. So at the moment, not really something we're looking at. What's up, Crypto Amen? How you doing? Exactly, Kenny. How can you even forget? How do you even forget it? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, by the way, do you like my new background? One second here. Boo. Nice, no? Very, very nice. Recently set in a dark green one. I actually have pictures and a video of it. Anyway, Andre, what's up? What's up? What's up? Set the timer. I already did. Oh wait, yeah, 16 minutes in the live stream. Good one, Mark. Good one. Good one. Gotta remember that. Okay, let's go. There's no room for children in that car. Who cares? They can sit on the roof or somewhere. I just get the Urus. That's a nice one. I really enjoy the Urus. It's very nice. It drives very nice. Okay, let's go. Gonna turn this off. I have a horizontal line here as well, but I'll explain that later. So because of the video that I made yesterday, 7 p.m., where we covered the monthly, weekly, daily chart, today I'm mainly focused on what's happening locally, right? And actually it's quite interesting. Also this morning, of course, some stuff changed compared to videos yesterday, days before and stuff, as there's always something new to talk about, that's for sure, with Elliott Waves. But things are heating up in this small range over here. So very shortly, we're covering it, right? So first of all, the bullish scenario, as long as this low holds, this is the preferred bullish scenario compared to the one that's coming up after this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 4 ending between the 5 and the 6 fib time, taken from the high to the low of 2 to the high of 3, comparing wave 2 with wave 4. Now it is quite long for a wave 4. Most commonly a wave 4 ends between the 1 and the 4 fib time. So it just lowers the probabilities, but just a little bit, because 5, 6 it's still okay. It's still, these are still two numbers that are part of my template as well, my fib time template. So it's absolutely fine, but you don't really want to, you don't want wave 4 to take too long. So if we make another low here, going below this low, it really lowers the probabilities of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this particular count with wave 3 up here. Because your wave 4 is just getting too long in time, right? That's not really what we're looking for. So preferably in this scenario, this is your low and you move towards the upside to end your wave 5. Now with regards to ending a wave 5, we still have the monthly gap that we're in as well. Right, and we're almost about to end this month as well. So on the monthly chart, we have the all-time high, candle, move to the downside, start of a range. This here is a monthly gap, right? Tested the gap once, rejection, twice, rejection, third time, high probability for filling the gap. Gap top is 53.3K, which interestingly, we haven't actually hit yet. Oops, I'm just zooming out on my browser. Let's go back to 100%. Oopsie. There we go. We're back. I actually wanted to zoom out on the chart instead. So that's quite interesting. And we also have a weekly gap at the same level here. So previous candle, quick move, next candle, creating a small little gap here. Tested once, rejection, and now we close the candle inside this gap. And as you can see, what's so nice as well is we are rejecting again, right? So at least a little bit of a rejection over here. This was the rejection when the monthly gap was hit for the second time. So as you can see, nice little move to the downside, finding support in the weekly gap, moving to the upside, resistance at the weekly gap. Now also here, we didn't yet fill the weekly gap, 53.3K, but it has to be said that those are like details, because also here at the downside, right? At 38K, we didn't actually fill the gap to the T, right? So something I keep in mind. But bless you, hitting a that was my wife, hitting a gap for the second time does increase probabilities to fill it. And well, we got pretty high, but still a little bit of distance to go, no? So yeah, definitely interesting to keep an eye on it. But we want the waves locally to, of course, show us that it wants to go to the upside. We want to see a bit of proof. No, that's what we're looking for. Locally, the bullish scenario then, if we are looking for this wave 4 to end here, this is your bullish scenario. Don't forget 3, 4, and we're looking for a wave 5 to the upside, right? In this wave 4, we're looking for a regular flat, and a regular flat is a 3, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. A wave 4 can be any corrective structure, which can make a wave 4 very complex, from triangles to flats to zigzags to WXY, sideways double combos, or even sharp double combos as well. But in this case, we're looking for a regular flat. Common target for wave B in a regular flat has been hit, 1.105, taken from the high to the low. Common target for wave C in a regular flat, 1.236, has been hit. Little bit of a reaction is respected. This target here, taken from the high to the low to the high with the trend-based fib extension tool. And yeah, very nicely respected target, right? This is what you want to see in a regular flat. It has to be said that, of course, this low is made between the 5 and the 6 fib time, which is quite long for a wave 4. And also a regular flat is actually less common when you talk about the flats compared to an expanding flat. So we have an expanding flat, A, B, C. Wave B then goes higher than the 105. It goes to the 1.236 to the 1.38. And then wave C ends usually a bit further below wave A. In a regular flat, it's more of a ranging structure where you also like to see B take the high of A preferably. It's not a must because the minimum target for a regular flat is the 0.9. And then wave C takes the low of A. And then you have a running flat where you have a wave A, wave B, wave C continue. So wave C doesn't take the low of A. That's the most rare one. So expanding flat number 1, regular flat 2, running flat is number 3. Now the running flat has a diagonal wave C here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished. All of the waves have to be zigzag structures, and that is a possibility on the lower time frames. And then we're looking for a continuation back towards the upside, right? So preferably we're not taking this low. That wouldn't be bullish. No? Now the target area for a wave 2 has been hit. Most common target area for a wave 2 is between the 05 and the 786, which is the area that we hit over here, right? Golden pocket, very common for a wave 2 as well. And the 886 is red because the 886 is a very rare target for a wave 2. The moment you hit the 886, probabilities are much higher to take this low sooner or later, because any move of the 886 has a higher probability of being corrective in a C or Y, higher probability to come back down at a later stage, right? So that's not what we're looking for if you're looking for bullish continuation. Now in this case, we want to see wave 1, 2, continuation to the upside, right? Still waiting for a bit of a local proof of support. We have a bit of bullish CVD divergences here. That is true, but we had some bearish ones here. These already played out. So now we just observe if price can especially take this high. And that's what I had earlier on the chart. When I started, I selected this high. Some of you may have seen it, right? The reason this high is important is because if price can take this high, then at least a triple 1 2 is invalidated. 1 2 1 2 1 2 continuation in the big wave 3, high impulsivity, right? So that is why it's important to take the high. Second, if price can take the high here, then the only way to count this move to the downside is an impulse 1 2 3 4 5, but then your wave 5 is the extended wave because it's the longest one out of the 1 3 and the 5, and an impulse with an extended wave 5 is rare. So therefore, if price can take this high, triple 1 2 invalidated, the only bearish scenario in that case is going to be an impulse, but the impulse has an extended 5, which is also rare. So therefore, it increases probabilities to look for the high and higher prices to come, testing the resistance here very likely, which is between 52.1K and 52.4K. So that is the reason why I had this line on the chart earlier. Now you know why. We also hit the support area that I mentioned earlier in the morning update. Very, very nice indeed. So as mentioned, when price was somewhere over here this morning, I said, hey, we got some bearish CVD divergences here. We didn't yet hit the common target for a wave 2 because the 0.5 was somewhere here. It would be nice for price to move to the downside and then look for this area of support and then observe the reaction here, right? See what happens if we had hit this area. For now, a little bit of a reaction at least. I can also make this box wide now as we tested it once. So there we go. Very, very nice, right? So this area preferably holds. I don't care if price comes down and tests it again, but from an Elliott Wave point of view, preferably, of course, not. But yeah, you don't really want to close candles down here because there's not much down there, right? There's nothing really left. So therefore, preferably it holds and price takes this high. And if it does, probabilities are high to take that high and then test the resistance. Passing this resistance, increasing probabilities to look towards the upside to fill the monthly gap. Then 54.8K. And then we have the 57K area, right? So those are the levels towards the upside. Levels towards the downside, I will talk about the bearish scenario in a second. Losing this area here, probability is higher to move to the support resistance area, but this is my, I suppose, more favorite area, the blue box, sitting between 49.1, 49.7, as our area is 49.9, 50.4K. So those are the support areas, right? Now the alternative bullish scenario, if price takes the low, that's only when it takes the low. Then the bullish scenario that I just showed, this one here, for me is wave 4 gets too long. So I switch, the probabilities are then switching from this bullish scenario to this bullish scenario. The only difference here is that wave 3 moved from left to right. And this is now your wave 4, right? This area here. It's not as nice because of the subdegree count of your wave 3. So when you would go in detail and you count the subdegree of this wave 3, 1 2 3 4 5, right? 1 2 3 4 5, and then you need another 1 2 3, 4, 5, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Especially this area here is a little bit meh. It is possible to count a double 1, 2 in here, in this little area. But as long as we don't take the low, this becomes an alternative. It only becomes the preferred bullish scenario if we take the low. Target area for 4 on the chart, most common is in green, less common is in orange, and the 0.618 at 46.1k is the invalidation for a 4. Don't really like to deep dive into this because it's not yet the preferred scenario. So then the bearish scenario is continuation to the downside. We're looking for the same diagonal, just like with a flat, ABC, but now we're looking for an impulse to the downside, right? Where this is your wave A or wave 1, finished. Looking for a 3-wave structure in 2 or B, and then a wave C or wave 3 to the downside. Now I can take a fib time from the start to the end of 1 or A. I can double click here, put it on the wave 2 fib time, and you can see that we already made this high after the 0.382. So a wave 2 or wave B, it doesn't have to take longer. It can take longer. It can be a 3-wave structure and then move down. We have resistance here, but if we clear this resistance, then probabilities are high to look for higher prices. The 886 is important. The moment you hit the 886, 52.716 on my chart, taken from the high to the low of 1 or A, that is when the probabilities are higher to take the high as well. So it adds probabilities, right? First past the resistance here, good. 886 touch, high probabilities for continuation. Reason being, any move to the downside from the 886 has a higher probability of being corrective because the 886 is a rare target for a wave 2, but a common target for a wave B or a wave X. Meaning any move down from an 886 has a higher probability of being corrective, increasing probabilities to take the highs at a later stage, right? So that's some stuff that I am looking for here locally. But time-wise, so far, no problemo. Because we already made this high after the 0.382. The only thing that is not too great, and I only covered this I think once in a live stream, is if you want to end an impulse here, it is possible, but it's not too pretty. Reason is that you then have your, like at the low, right, 1, 2, and then your 3, 4, and then eventually your wave 5. Imagine this here is your 4. Right, and this is your 5. This is the end. Then we have a little bit of an issue with this move to the upside, right? So if we're looking for a wave 5 in a diagonal shape, all of the waves have to be zigzag. So we have an ABC here, correction, ta-ta-ta, correction, and eventually a 3-waver. But wave 3 is the shortest wave. Wave 1 is longer. Let me pull a fib time from the low to the high to the low. Was it longer or shorter? Let me have a look at, yeah, shorter. So wave 3 is shorter than wave 1. But then wave 3 is also shorter than wave 5. And that's not possible in a diagonal. So this being the low of 4 and then this being a diagonal doesn't look too pretty at the moment, besides the fact it's an expanding diagonal, which is a rare structure. So unless all of the other scenarios fail, having wave 4 here is a low probability scenario. So therefore, preferably, we end wave 4 here and then have a 5-wave structure to the upside, which also doesn't really look that great. But that is at least a higher probability, where this is your 3-wave 4 and then you finish in a wave 5, very short move. But it's not too pretty. But I prefer to wait for local confirmations that I just explained, right? Taking the high, 51.6k, that is step 1. Then we have resistance, step 2, 886, step 3, and then we slowly increase the probabilities to look for higher, no? But of course, we take this into account. That is important. So there. CVD, didn't update the CVD because we do have bullish CVDs here. There you go. So we had some bearish CVDs on the chart earlier, right? Bearish CVD played out, bearish CVD played out. Then we had, with this drop to the downside, bullish CVD divergences, right? There's more selling going on over here than there's selling going on over here, but price is higher. So there's some limit order absorbing some market shorts here. And then the question is, are they strong enough to push price towards the upside? Target for this bullish CVD is this high, right? Now, when price moved to the upside here, we had some bearish CVD divergences, which now got invalidated, but it's still good to know about. And at the moment, if we refresh the 15-minute chart, then keep an eye on yellow here as well. Not yet, but we are close to, with this green candle, you have lower high on price, higher high on the CVD, bit of bearish CVD divergences there. So this was a good potential, I mean, everyone their own plan, but this was an interesting area. Target box here, some bullish CVD as well. And then look for some strength, right? Invalidating the local bearish CVD divergences with this push to the upside. Potentially have bearish CVD here, which would be a second CVD though. This was the first CVD with this pivot. And now we have with this pivot a second CVD. Now the more CVDs, divergences, the more CVD divergence you have with the same pivot, slowly the lower the probabilities of it playing out. Something to keep in mind as well. So yeah, it does add a bit of probabilities with the bullish CVDs to look for upside. And but as mentioned, this would be step number 1. This is step number 2, and then the 886 at 52.7. That's step number 3, right? Hitting each of these steps, probabilities increase to look for higher. Take this high, probabilities increase to take that high. Hit resistance, flip resistance, higher probabilities to go 52.7. Hit that, higher probabilities for continuation into higher prices. So that is what is at the moment something that I'm looking for, right? So yeah, let's put this line on the chart, make it a key level here. And voilà mon ami, c'est ça, c'est tout. On va chatting and Q&A. What was it? We started in like minute, like what, 16, 17 or something? I think like, let's do 17. So this is at 17 min. Now chatting and Q&A. There we go. Let me go to the fan funding and then back again. Thanks again, Hungry Queens. Very kind of you. And now I can pin the message. There we go. Also, by the way, scroll up. Wait, I can't see it anymore. Oh, I can't go higher. 1 second here. Fan funding. Completely forgot to like that one. I think I might actually refresh. 1 second, I'm gonna refresh. Oh, yeah, so I mean, probabilities, I suppose. Maybe I have to do the probabilities. Probabilities on the different time frames, right? So on the 4-hour chart, it's just slightly bullish, very, very slightly, but I prefer to say neutral because this is a long wave 4, right, in time. And I look for proof of like, you know, what, you know, I pretty much wrote it here anyway this morning. So the probabilities are the same, but now I have some more levels that I look for to increase probabilities. So for our neutral wave 4 is long, as mentioned, right? Regular flat is a little less common, something to keep in mind. The 1 hour already played out, so this now can be scratched, right? This has played out now, which is very nice. 1 hour this morning was downside. We got to move to the downside, hit the target box, observe the reaction at support, right? So this already played out. And then generally, the first bullet point here already played out as well. So, but now we have a bit more information with the move to the downside. We have a key level here, right, which is important. Take that key level, probabilities increase to take the high. We look for resistance here. If we can flip resistance, next level 52.7, take that, you know, higher price is expected. So get this, hit the 886, probably gonna get a rejection to the golden pocket, and then look for continuation, which could be a nice retest of the blue box as well. So, yeah, very, very interesting range so far, and just keeping an eye on what's up. So Invalidation, bullish scenario invalidation, taking this this low here, right, for that bullish scenario. The alternative is not yet relevant. Bearish scenario invalidation is taking the high. So very interesting. I hope that this week we get out of this range. No, that would be nice. So there we go. Not doing altcoins at the moment. Is red an altcoin actually? I don't even know. Let me go up here. Interesting that I can't actually go up further, even though I restored the chat. But it doesn't really matter. We were here anyway. Where were we? We were here somewhere. Yeah, strap them to the roof rack. Exactly. Oh, 240SX, Supra. I mean, the Supra is such a tuner car, no? Yeah. Like if you get a Supra, you gotta drift with it as well. Like it's such a, yeah, it can be used for racing, but I think it's more like, I like it. It looks good when drifting. So I like the Supra here. I will distract him with cars. Do you like cars, Alex O'Crypto? Is that something you're into? Autism mode for the coming 5 minutes. Well, probably was the coming like what? 25 minutes. PMB time. Good luck, Dave Digital. I'm copying your analysis and accent, so I too feel like a good trader. Make sure you have of course, your own plan and strategy, but copying analysis is something I do recommend because it teaches you what to look for. So if you can, of course, you want to try and learn from people that are better than yourself, right? So if you have the goal to use Elliott waves and you look at this channel and you're like, oh, he's pretty good in Elliott waves, you might want to copy some of the stuff I have on my chart and put it on your chart, no? And what that does as well is it helps you every time you open the chart to identify yourself as well. Where are you and why did I pull it? How did I pull it, right? What are the pivots that I use for the trend-based fib extension? Even though I mentioned them, I still think it's good because you're implementing Elliott waves instead of only viewing Elliott waves, and implementation is what's going to teach you, right? That's what's going to make you better. So yeah, what if we got today wave 1 down and now wave 2 and now down to wave 3? Well, then we're looking for this low to be taken. So that would be quite a simple wave structure, of course. But the moment we take the key level 51.6, probabilities are higher to take the high. And as explained, the reason for this in particular is because if you take this white line here, then a triple 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 impulse of 3 down is invalidated, and also 1 2 3 4 5 in an impulse. Wave 5 is the longest, which is less common. Extended wave 5s are rare compared to extended wave 3s. So it's a probabilities game. And then the probabilities are higher to take the high from an Elliott wave perspective, with this being part of a corrective structure instead. By the way, on the 4-hour chart, we also still have bullish CVD divergences. Do I have them here? No. So we still have bullish CVD here as well, which is also something that I keep in mind. Of course, we want to see local support. So the bullish CVD here is in support of the bigger bullish CVD we have as well. So this is something that plays on my mind as well. So it helps with the 4-hour probabilities, where I mentioned earlier is like, for me, they're slightly bullish, but I prefer to see some levels taken, because the problem is the diagonal, which can be a wave CA or a wave 1. So all info that we like, the probabilities for bullish or bearish scenarios locally here all comes from this structure. This is pretty much like irrelevant, CA or 1. It all comes from what's happening here. So even though we have all of the info on the left, in the end it comes down to this here. So that is why for me this level here is interesting, 51.6 as well. So yeah. Raka. Mark Dutch, 138 watching, 34 likes. Yo, what are we at now? 49. There you go. Thanks, Mark. What is the probability of being in wave B on the cycle degree, and we may get new low under 16K? Make sure to watch the cycle macro high time frame video I made yesterday, because I go over the probabilities there as well. So if you would go to my channel and you scroll down just a little bit, then what you'll see is the macro Elliott Wave videos. And then here you see the recent one, 20 hours ago, a video of 10 minutes, 11 pretty much, where I cover exactly your question as well. But then, of course, in detail with everything that's happening there. Yeah. This is also Cryptoman from Mom's phone. Oh. Hits the like button too. Ante BK, good to see you back in the chat. What's up? How you doing? Appreciate your comment, mate. Long and Soul, let's see if it works today. Good luck. Good luck with your trade. Bag some profits. So which one are you leaning to? Oh, well, I answered this question just now. Please BTC. Well, yeah, that's what I just did over here, the analysis. Chances of hitting 47K at the moment are not higher than bullish continuation. You need to lose this support first, which is a big support also for wave 4. Only if you lose this, 47K is easy. Yeah. But that's at the moment not yet what we're looking for as we wait for info. New candles printed here. Wondercoins, do you have somewhere your daily analysis shared? What do you mean, Andrei? Because the YouTube videos is, of course, where I share my daily analysis. Or are you talking about the analysis in text? Because if that's the case, then the silver membership is where I do that every morning. So before I make the morning update, I do my analysis, I look at new levels and other stuff, and I share everything in silver in the morning, where I make screenshots, I post them per screenshot, I'm writing something, and then at the end I write the probability. So pretty much the whole morning update is condensed into a message with photos. Yeah, so and I do that every morning, and then during the day, of course, I update with whatever is happening. But every morning I write everything down. Yeah, sure. Oh, we answered this one. How would you count the? I don't really know what the flag on reds is. Would you Mondo Tough? Is that an altcoin? Second that. I drive a Delta Integrala. However, has an Evo 4 rally, yo. Fitted I designed. Jeez. Had it 20 years. That's impressive. That's impressive. And it's still going strong, no? What's up, RS Miller? How are you doing? Good morning for you. Good afternoon from the Netherlands. Maybe a question for John, but how would you count the last impulse of the possible wave 1? Yeah, that's lower time frame counting. What did you say? 1 minute? Oh, no, wait. Yeah, probably have to go to the 5. So I'm not really too much into details. Especially once a range becomes more complex, I like to zoom out instead of zoom in, which is a tip I can give to any Elliott Wave counters as well, or I suppose if you're already experienced. Thank you, Mark. That was very, very quick. That was very quick. I saw it in the corner of my eye, and you were there already. Mark is on point, eh? Yeah, Mark played lots of shooter games. He sees, he clicks, he dead. 1, 2, 3, bam. Anyway, so a tip I sometimes share is, if you're newer to Elliott Waves, because experienced people usually know, if you're newer to Elliott Waves and you don't really know what's going on a 15-minute time frame, for example, or a 1-hour time frame, instead of zooming in too much, going to the very low time frames, I recommend zooming out and waiting for price to give you clarity. So that's something I like to do. But this move to the upside here for me would be then, of course, starting with a 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. Or over here we have 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. So it's either of the highs. I don't really care which one, because it doesn't change the target area that we're looking for. So either of these highs, of course, it changes the subdegree count. You're either looking for a flat here, right, A, B, C, or you're looking for a WXY, double zigzag. But the result is the same, and that is what matters to me. So that's why also with the bullish scenario, wait, I have an example. My wave 1, cheeky, my wave 1 is in between the pivots. It's not on the left, it's not on the right, because it doesn't matter for the scenario. We were looking for the drop into the target box. That's what happened, and now we just observe the reaction. So, and in the bullish scenario, as mentioned, you want this to be your low for the bullish current preferred 4-hour time frame. So your question is very good, because sometimes I do things on the chart that you don't know why, but there's of course a reason behind it. So this is the reason why my 1 is between the 2 pivots, because it doesn't matter for me how I count the move to the upside. It has to be the 1, and I don't care if it's left or right, because from an Elliott Wave point of view, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, you mean the second? I couldn't find that sub wave 1 2, the little higher high. Yeah, in this case, the second wave 2 here is a either running flat structure, a WXY where Y doesn't take the low of W, or a running zigzag, but that's extremely rare. So I would be looking for a running flat in that second 2 in that case. Yeah, but it's a very good question. I explain as much as I can in the videos, of course, like the 10-minute videos and stuff. And I provide education as well. How do you pull things, la la la. But there's always a few little things that that I do, but rarely anyone would ask about, hey, why is that? So it's funny that the question you ask now leads to me answering why I put the 1 in the middle of the highs. Nice one. Oliver Hirner, I've been watching you since 2 weeks now, and your analysis is very deep and good. I've learned a lot since I watched your live and daily updates. Oliver, very nice name, by the way. Oliver Hirner, welcome, first of all. Good to have you here. And it's a pleasure. Thanks for joining the YouTube channel with your, like, at least you're watching them. Of course, I'm not sure if you're subscribed, but can imagine. But thanks for hanging out here. And what I really enjoy hearing is that you also learned a lot in the past few weeks. That's what I love. So helping people to understand a bit more about Elliott Waves, besides providing the updates, teaching people a thing or two about Elliott Waves is also a goal of mine. Love to teach. So yeah, that's very, very cool. Glad you enjoy yourself here as well. Got a short position open, entry 48,850. Good luck, JB. 48,850. Oh, wait, that's below the range here. 48,848. 48, that's here. Ooh, that was with the low here. Right. I remember being live here, where no financial advice, but I mentioned we want to see another 4 and a 5 for an impulse down, and if that happens, we're going to look for a 3-wave correction and continuation. If we bounce from here and hit the 618, probabilities are higher to take the high. And you know, that's what happened. We never got a 4 and a 5. So this is from an Elliott Wave point of view, a bit of a pity, of course. It's a difficult scenario, right? Like now you're in the famous quote of Tom Haugaard, which is people are hopeful when they're losing, and people are fearful when they're winning. but it should be the other way around. So the moment you're in a loss, didn't have a stop loss or a good plan, of course, one hopes that price comes back. Maybe people start to add more to up the average entry and that sort of stuff. We've probably all been there. It's very common for a trader in the career of a trader to experience these type of things. While at the same time, you also have people that get into profit and they're scared to lose paper profits. So they take profit early and all that stuff. So instead, the other way around is be fearful when you're losing, be hopeful when you're winning. In this scenario, of course, with your short, not a financial advisor, but yeah, your short is just below the support box you have here. So in your case, you definitely want to lose this support. And hopefully you have a plan and a strategy where you do have an invalidation. So if price does move to a certain level, that you can say to yourself, okay, this is where I'm wrong with my trade and this is where I get out. It's the same as when you enter a trade, you should know where your stop loss is and where your TP is. Where are you wrong? Where are you right? Right? When do you put the stop loss break even? Like those type of things are like the basics of risk management. So that would be good to have. So, but yeah, I can't of course advise in what to do per se. But pleasure, Oliver. Bing bong, bing bong. Dave Digital is back. Are you playing piano, Dave Digital? What's up with the piano sound? Don't forget to... Oh, thanks, Mark. Always the support. Hey, Mark, we got to plan our date when I'm back from South Africa. I arrive back in the Netherlands 2nd or the 3rd of April. Not sure, either or. 120 people alive. I think say something like, good morning. Yeah, man, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you live in the world. It's currently good afternoon here. New York just opened, by the way. It's now 3:30 p.m., which is interesting. So let's see if New York is going to do something. We don't have any news today, by the way. We have some news tomorrow here, 2:30 p.m. Central European time. Also on Wednesday and also on Thursday. Holy moly, and also on Friday? Yes. So, not bad. might be a volatile week here. But Wednesday I'm in an airplane, and then Thursday and Friday I can observe the market, but I'm not sure how much I can do, like if I can be part of the market. Luckily, my Elliott Wave trading is more swing trading, so I'll still have the swings open. But I'll be abroad for a month, so the content will vary per week, right? And not set times and stuff because of everything that's happening. But I'll give you a better explanation, as tomorrow I'm gonna record a video to explain what's gonna happen in March, because I'm marrying in March. Of course, I'm married paper wedding is done, but the ceremony and everything is gonna be in Cape Town, South Africa. And then a week after my wedding, I have a friend's wedding, and then there's another wedding on the 31st of March, which is a friend of Ashley, and then we fly back. So, jeez. Yeah. Naps are very good, but not too long. Yeah, I don't know what the magic is there. 30 minutes or something. But I'm not a person that really naps during the day. Even though I had about 4.5 hours of sleep last night in Amsterdam. It was a crazy night. I feel good. So, but tonight I'll be naked. Yeah, tonight will be a challenge. So I have to speak in Rotterdam from 5:15 till about 6 p.m. And then after 6 I have to travel back. And then when I'm back, I gotta make the 7 p.m., 8 p.m., which probably will be 8-ish somewhere p.m. update for YouTube, and then I can chill. and probably have an early night. Naps ruin me. I seem to wake up angry. Also a possibility. I don't know. I never nap unless I'm sick. That's when I sleep during the day, but I'm touch wood, barely ever sick. Pleasure, JB. Mass Studios, Karamoya official. If one has a strategy and plan, should he or she share it with everyone or keep it to him or herself? It's fully up to the creator. It depends if you wanna share it or not. I don't believe in if you share a strategy or a plan, the whole market is trading it and it doesn't work anymore and that sort of stuff. You know, I don't believe in that. Like, there's so much happening in the market. There's so many things going on. I do not believe at all in if you share, it's not working anymore. The market is ever changing. And what you should do as a trader is to always change with the market. If you collect data, you'll get a better idea of how your strategy performs during certain market movements. Maybe it's better in a bull market than a bear market, or better in a range than an impulse. Now that is what matters, but I don't believe in if you share it that it doesn't work anymore. Sorry, I'm playing with my ring and I just dropped it. Lol. But it's up to a person, him or herself, to share it. Yeah, I can't really give an advice for this, I suppose. Very much depends on your goals as well. Do you want to teach people, help people? Do you have enough data about your strategy to prove that it works, right? So with my personal developed trading strategy, which is my day trading strat, I have data, like lots of data, like 1.5 years or more of data. More if you also count the single tools. So the whole strategy is based on data, and I've been trading it for a while, and then I felt confident enough to also help people creating their strategy, or they can use mine. And in Diamond, which is now live for almost 6 months, some people are in Diamond, well, first of all, barely anyone leaves Diamond, so that's a good sign. But the people that joined in October, right, first month, many of these people track statistics. So besides me having my stats, they are tracking statistics about the strategy as well. And they get to the same conclusion and the same probabilities, which is exactly what you like to see, because it's almost like, how do you call it in research, where you do research, you post it online, and then someone else is going to double check your research and see if they get the same results, right? I don't know what the terminology is in the research field, but that is pretty much what happens in the group, where peer review. Thank you, Rob Cromer. Peer review, exactly. So you someone else does the same research, maybe a different target audience or a different group of people, of course, but the same same age group and that sort of stuff, and then see if they get the same results. And that's what happens in the group. But I'm not surprised, because the strategy is based on data. So if people collect their own data, they should get to quite similar results, or at least it should be quite close, right? And that's what I like to see. So yeah. One should perfect it and then share it with real trades that will help you refine it. Yeah, that's also something I really like. So in Diamond, I gotta say, there's a few traders that do incredibly well with the strategy, and they also track statistics. And now that it's not just one pair of eyes and one brain working on statistics and improving strategy and looking at things, it's now a collective thing where everyone's like, wait, this has been happening time and time again. Maybe we have to do something with this, and then they collect data, and then 5 people collect data and then share it, and then yeah, maybe we need to improve it. Yeah, it's fun to see. Yeah, it's very enjoyable. Going to the 17th minute. Be right back. Good luck, Adrian. I think Adrian was the football coach, no? Going to the 17th minute. Is he on the field now? I don't know. Your dedication is to real. You're always online. Try to be. Look, it's very simple. If I'm home and I have the opportunity, I make content. 1, 2, 3. If I can't make content, or I for whatever reason, I inform you, so that you're prepared. You know what's up. You have the right expectation, which helps you, which helps me, right? So I try to to do as much as I can. And for me, and this is something I learned early on, my dad said, if you can be a man at night, you can be a man in the morning. In other words, if you decide, because it's a decision, if you decide to go out at night, do not come to me and say you can't wake up early in the morning and get to work. You're a man at night, you can be a man in the morning. So so yesterday, yeah, it was late, 4.5 hours of sleep, had a great time. In the morning, back in the cab, came home, immediately doing analysis, make the video, get to work. So, and then do other stuff afterwards. So yeah, there's no excuse. My bedtime will be tonight. Confluence, that's the trading term, I suppose. But you can also use confluence. Yeah, if people find the same statistics as you, then there's confluence in the statistics. But I was looking for the peer review. Yeah, that's the more like research terminology. Good afternoon, Patrick. How are you doing? Morning, afternoon. Well, you literally writes it. T. Clapson, welcome. Good to have you here once again. What's up, T. Clapson? Mark, top moderator. I know, right? He already did his duties today, earlier. Which membership level do you analyze alts? That's gold or diamond, either or. Yeah. So in gold, we do the weekly feedback and Q&A live stream, and at times people ask about alts there as well, and then I go and check the alt chart. Yeah. So that and also today, Bettina in the group earlier today wrote something about the what is it? The trader 3 chart or something, or what was it? Total 3 chart. She had a question about it. She and this is what I like about Bettina. I'm not sure if Bettina's here, but what Bettina does is counting the chart first and then be like, hey, does this work? Or are you looking at something different? And then I can add my 2 cents as well. But first, Bettina thinks, which I like to see. But with the alts, I mean, if people have a question about an alt, I get the chart and we do an alt analysis during the feedback and Q&A. Yeah. I have to say though, Adam, that of course on Wednesday I will fly abroad, and my wedding is on the 9th of March, so I'm not sure where I can do the next feedback and Q&A live stream. But what I can do is, because I have my laptop and my phone with me, but especially my laptop, is that I can do an analysis on an alt, but then not on video, but just by myself while I'm there. So that's no problem. During next month, when I'm in South Africa, the memberships, that's where and it's look, I'm not a, don't be part of it if you don't want to be it. I actually went into a wrong thing here, because I don't like to be salesy. But what I want to answer the question as well is, I'll be very active in silver, gold, and diamond, but it will mainly be through text. Because making a video means I have to do the analysis, make the video, which means sound around me has to be okay. But my whole family will be there. The family of my fiance will be there. We have a big house where we sleep with many people together as well, because it's nice, all abroad as well. So there's a lot going on, and I'm not sure if I can easily isolate myself or be alone to record content. I will try my best, and I will bring my microphone. I'll bring everything. I will try to at least make or do probably do more live streams than videos, because a live stream is easier to manage than making a recording and then something happens in the house and then ping, and then you have a sound in a video, but I can't react to the sound or explain what's happening. So probably I'll do more live streams, each couple of days, or if I can every day, but at least each few days. But then in silver, every morning I can still write an update in silver and provide the whole analysis, because I don't have to record a video, right? I can do my analysis on the chart. I don't have to record. I don't need a mic. There's no, people can walk around in the room where I'm analyzing. That's no problem. I type, and I post it. And during the day, I have my phone. So if anything happens, I can just use my phone, take a screenshot, write something, put it in silver. So it's much easier than recording the content, because I might be anywhere at that moment in time. Same with gold, maybe not the weekly feedback Q&A live streams, depending on how things roll, but I can still do like a certain like meeting, let's say, in text. So hey, we're gonna have this hour on this day, send me the questions, and I'm gonna chat in Discord and answer stuff. Same in diamond, where I might not be able to provide the setups update videos in the morning where I explain current positions, what I'm doing, setups for the day, but I'll just write it in text because I can, instead of making a video with people in the background. So this is something that's going on next week, but I'll also explain this a bit in the video tomorrow, so everyone knows like what's happening and what to expect. Flotty, how you doing? Flotty and Mark are a joke in the comment section below videos. So yeah, if you haven't seen. But Flotty, how you doing? Good to have you here during the live stream. What's up? Flotty always clicking the hearts. The moment I see this, I know Flotty is somewhere close. Volume kicked in at the Coinbase USD chart. Yeah, we almost hit the wide line as well. Bit of a volume increase, so pretty good, no? Pretty good. Adam Davis finally caught one live. Good morning. There you go. Good to have you here. Early morning from the US, I would then imagine. Rob here, also from the US. Desert Greek tends to jump in, also from the US. And probably yourself as well. So yeah, it's early morning. We pretty much are at the wide line now as well. So that increases, there we go. That was my alarm. I'm actually not even sure if you heard it. But we now touch the wide line, which means that probabilities are now higher to look for this high. See how price reacts at resistance. If we do get there, 52.1, 52.4, and if we can pass this, look for 52.7K. That's the 886, right? Where is it? 886 here, 52.7. Hit that. We're going to be looking for price to take this high sooner or later and continue the trend. So I read a tweet from Bitcoin Census saying Twitch will accept Doge for payments. Not sure if it will move price. Do your own research. Oh, Twitch. Oh. Jeff Bezos be like, Elon and his Doge. I want to be part of this. Wait. With Amazon we have this gaming platform thing. Maybe gamers are interested in using Doge. Lol. Elon versus Jeff. Hey. Interesting. Only focusing on Bitcoin at the moment, though. The power cuts during recordings, yeah, exactly. But they have like apps with the power cuts, so I can time live streams. But it will be more managing. Yeah, it's more management. But that's the thing with the updates. It doesn't matter because they have power banks connected to their routers that can keep the Wi-Fi on for a significant amount of time. It's just that if the electricity cuts out, my laptop is not fed anymore. Of course, it's not plugged in, which means that during a live stream, the laptop, the battery just dies a lot. Well, you know, it's a gaming laptop as well, so it can go quite quick. It will, from experience, last time I was in South Africa, it can still run for 1.5, 2 hours, but yeah, I prefer to time it when everything is on and working. Why my mind is saying that you are Satoshi. Google if you don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. It's the big question mark, no? Maybe my name, right? My name is Koen, but the brand is Koens. Maybe it's a hidden puzzle that leads to what Satoshi or who Satoshi is. Austria, the country of Schnitzel and Kaiserschmarren and hot girls. Haha. Oh, Flotty. Put a ring on it. Do you follow the stock market? No, I don't. Can you say something for yourself? How long will the bull run last? I personally only focus on Bitcoin. I don't do anything with stocks, to be honest. So that would be quite interesting as well. We did a big altcoin stream. I think we should do a big stock stream as well, or other, like not altcoins but other stuff, just stocks and other things. That can be fun as well. Yeah, that can be interesting. Won't be anytime soon because it will be difficult in March, but then potentially in April. And also, if the weekends are very boring, it would be nice to do a bit more altcoin streams and stock and stuff streams because if Bitcoin is just going sideways and nothing is happening, then I can analyze alts that we haven't yet done. So a few weeks ago, I did some alts, but then imagine yesterday, if I did another stream, I would not cover any of the 19 that I did the day, like, the week before. We just do new ones. So maybe interesting. Did you ban the word Dogecoin? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I only tend to ban words that scammers are using a lot, right? So I try to avoid like words and stuff that are often used. So if I go and look at the banned words and I go to the D, then we have debt, dinero, and dolbol. Lol, fucking scammers. So and that's it. You know what? This is quite funny. I even banned my own. Oh, username. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. I'm gonna screenshot. So I have a lot of banned words, but look, one of them, because look, I'm trying to protect the comment section from scammers, and if there is a comment that uses any of these words, it's not removed, but I have to accept it. So I usually just accept it. So Kunz trading here is one of the banned words. And the reason it's in here, right? The reason I ban people saying Kunz trading, or not ban, sorry, it's not, I don't ban them, but the reason the comment below a video doesn't appear if you write Kunz trading or reply is because scammers tend to use my name to scam people in the comment, right? So in the comment they say, oh, Kunz trading, WhatsApp my random whatever number, la la la. So this helps me to manage the comment section and keep it clean. People that reply to me, I just click on accept and then it's okay. But the scammers are automatically like the comments don't appear. Losses, these type of things are automatically removed in the comment section, or not removed, like the comment is how can I say this, where does the comment goes to the, one second here, held for review. Yeah, so I have a section that is called, I have published, those are the active comments, and then I have the held for review section. And if any of those words appear in a comment, it appears in the held for review section, and then I can mark it like good, or I remove it. So sounds like you need to find where those power banks are located. The parents of my wife, man, it feels so old saying this, I can't. They have power banks and they are connected to the router, so that's a good thing. Good luck, Dave Digital. Good luck. See you around, indeed. Sakunzi. Satoshi Nakunoto. Hey, we're getting somewhere. I have a question on the identity of Satoshi. Why does it need a court decision? Why doesn't he just open the bracket? Who can stop him? Who knows? Who knows? Bitcoins. Oh, no. I don't want any reference to Moon Boys. I like the Bitcoins one, but it makes me immediately think of Mr. Moon. So not actually called the Moon, but BitBoy. Oh boy, he got himself in trouble. I don't follow any of this stuff, but I saw it on Twitter the other day. Who can stop him? Welcome back, Dao. By the way, Dao, did you see I made a lot more thumbnails, right? Made a lot more thumbnails. At least more designs. Now, the same design, more backgrounds. That's what I'm saying. More backgrounds for the YouTube. So that we have a bit more variety. Because else people get bored. They see the same and they're like, what's happening here? Let me zoom out here. Many. So a lot of backgrounds for the videos. You know, the videos have Bitcoin like in big, and the live streams, these are the live streams. So I made more thumbnails here. Just different backgrounds, same design, but I made more just so there's more variety. I like some variety. Altcoin one is sexy. It's good. It's good. Absolutely. Please tell the audience who Satoshi is and what he has done. What he has done is he created Moon Boys. Uh-oh. If we print candles above 51,600, which we do now, can we consider that range as... so yeah, the moment this high is taken, probabilities are higher, as mentioned earlier, to look for this high, look for the resistance, observe the reaction, but if we flip it, 52.7, new highs. Well, actually, if you flip this, if you reach 52.7, that is, you know, each step increases probabilities to move up more and more, right? Because we have bullish CVDs here, target is this high. Bigger bullish CVD, target is that high. But it's about like the probabilities. It's like almost like a step-by-step thing, right? Taking this high here increases probabilities for the bulls. Then we're looking for this high. Observe resistance. If we can go through this box, it increases probabilities again, right? Instead of an ABC and a rejection, we're then looking for continuation. And then if we hit 52.7, which is the 886 from the high to the low in the bearish scenario, hitting the 886 immediately increases probabilities as well. Then we're going to take this high sooner or later. So yeah, and after an 886 touch, has to be said that quite often price does like to retest the golden pocket, which could be retesting the box as well. So yeah. The invalidation for all of this is price taking the low. So that is quite easy, no? It's quite an easy invalidation. I deep down you. Wait, what? What am I reading? Let me not repeat this. And me are waiting for Bitcoin 10K or 6K for extreme fear to retail traders. Yeah, that would definitely create extreme fear, of course, if you go that low. But in order for price to move to 10K, right, 10K, we definitely want to see local weakness first. So in the cycle macro high time frame video I made yesterday, right, monthly, weekly, daily chart, the conclusion there is as well is, you know, yes, I have probabilities for the monthly, the weekly, and the daily, but we need to see local weakness if you want to be bearish, and at the moment we don't. So on the daily time frame, probabilities are not higher for an ABC up in 10K. So yeah, we don't yet see strong weakness to look for 10K. Whenever the probability switch, you'll be the first to know, as I will mention it in the video. But at the moment, it's not yet the case. If he is Satoshi, I forgot the C's. Well, tough. Canva is really nice. I use it as well. I'm a complete noob. It's just that Douwe is the expert, which is Big Ladusky, by the way. That's Douwe. He's the one that started designing the, like, he was on the couch that some random day, and out of nowhere he wrote me a message and said, "Yo, I made you some thumbnails. You want to have a look?" and then I just added the backgrounds, but the design itself. So big Bitcoin Elliott Waves in the top corner, right? That is what he did. So Elliott Waves in the corner, logo, Bitcoin, my face here. And then the background, I can add any background. Same is true for the live stream stuff, where this is the live stream design. And it was voted by the community, because we did a community vote, because we had multiple designs, and we asked the community on YouTube which design do you like the most, and not the background. We had the same backgrounds, but just which design did you like the most. And then the most voted design was the one with the Bitcoin word in the bottom, the big one, this one. And then a number 2 was this design. So then we use this for the videos, and we use this for the live streams, so that there's a little bit of a difference, easier to recognize if it's a video or a live stream. Live, yeah, it's definitely interesting, though. Definitely something to think about, doing a bit of stock analysis. Come on, BTC, do something. Makes me think of the meme. To clickbait, you have to put like Bitcoin to 100K, so on. Yeah, it's not my personality. You will never see me do. The moment I do that, something's wrong. You have to correct. Like, yo, Koen, this is not you. Stop doing this. Yeah. I don't know. It's not my personality. Actually, I spoke with Mark this morning. Oh yeah, we spoke about some Moon Boys this morning. Actually, Mark and I in Discord, and the stories are all the same, and how they run their channel it's all the same. It's all playing on the emotion of people, FOMO of people, fear of people, right? Where somehow they all joined when Bitcoin was $2. They're all millionaires by holding. Some of them undoubtedly are, I don't know, but somehow most of them are. I mean, Da Vinci, at least he made a proof video one day where he said just buy Bitcoin for $2. So that's funny. But besides this, what they can be the long-term holders, which is amazing if they are. And there's absolutely all rights to profit from this. But what I do not understand is that if you have money, why do you shill your affiliate links in every video, trying to make people, very proactively making people register? Of course I have affiliate links and people know how it works, but you never hear me in the middle of a video say, oh, by the way, at minute 5 of a 10-minute video, oh, look at the description as affiliate links, as an 11K fund, so you can get it and you can trade. Bullshit, right? Like, oh man, I can't. Why do you do that, right? Of course you get paid a very small portion of the fees. The more people, the more volume, the more fees. But yeah, I think it's stupid behavior. And what I also notice now is that they say, oh, you can, that was Crypto Rover, you can only register with my link in the description here. there's only a limited amount of spots available for this. So, but then it's just copy trading. It was just a copy trading link, and if people register, he gets fees for people copy trading. There is no limit. There is no limit, right? Bullshit. But I don't know why they need to shield that stuff so much, right? Like, sheesh. The only thing I sometimes during live streams, of course, people ask about a link and stuff. The only thing I say is, hey, if you want to support the channel, you know where to find the link. It's below, and we try to have good campaigns and give you some extra stuff. But no way I'm gonna follow that shit. It's, if you got that money, why do you need to shield it to people that are new in the market, emotional? Like they yeah, it's such a pity. And those channels usually have a big reach as well, right? It's the hype. It's the, man, I swear, Crypto one day, he's gonna break his jaw. He's gonna break his jaw trying to make a thumbnail for his video, and then the next thumbnail he will have like you know, his face covered in the bandage because he broke his jaw because his mouth is so wide. You know, he tried to like get an even wider mouth, put a bit more contrast in. Like, holy moly. Like, I bet if I see the guys, it's fine. I'll chat with them, but yeah, I don't like the way they do business, if you know what I mean. I think it's not respectful, and I think karma is there, you know, but it works for them. But I don't want to follow that shit. So we're also just a small channel in the crypto space, of course, but everyone knows how it works. You want to support the channel, you know where to find the links, memberships, do anything live, and that's it. So I will never say in the middle of a video, by the way, check the description. No. Oh, limited positions available. Sometimes we do have a campaign where it's only the first 50 that register, but then it's real. It's not fake, it's real. First 50, that's it. But with some of those like Crypto Rover in a recent video with his copy trading link thing, limited positions, but that's not the case. I know how that works. That's bullshit. It's just to create FOMO. Oh damn, I gotta be quick, else I don't have this opportunity. You know. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That was my rant for today. Yeah. Yeah. Mark actually made he tweeted in the past something about he made a tweet about the thumbnails of Crypto Rover in the past as well. You share your picture to a fresh married one. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I have to make a picture with my suit during my wedding, and then my thumbnail can be, instead of my gaming shirt, I used to be a professional gamer for people that are new, and I was sponsored by Ace, a Predator. So instead of having a gaming shirt on, I then have my suit. Will look very professional, right? If you have your like 3-layered suit on, navy blue, yeah, that would be something. It might look dodgy at the same time. Different color design for each day of the week. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen now pretty much. I now have I have 31 designs. So yeah, you know, if you have 3 pieces of content a day, that's 21. Which then is, I have enough to have a new thumbnail every piece of content. So, hoe is het weer vandaag? Goedendag meneer. What's up, Sidiums? How are you doing? Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up? Seeing you again. You've been popping in lately, more times. That's good to see. I'm doing good. Slept very short last night. I was in Amsterdam, but we are here. We are alive and kicking. And that actually makes me think, by the way, Okay, I still have time. Yes, okay. I have to speak tonight, so I don't have all day, but we still have some time. Why don't you wear blue blocker glasses? After I got mine, my eyes were dry and itching. Oh, I never really had that problem. So I have a duo screen set. I have two screens, right? And I already have blue light dimmed. I actually, by the way, now I think of it, I did receive blue light blocking eyeglass or glasses in the past, but I have no idea where I left them. I mean, I have my sunglasses. I don't know. They're somewhere. I don't really know where though. But yeah, I'm not really a glasses type of guy, I suppose. I mean, if it's sunny outside, I'll wear sunglasses. But I never really had the problem with my eyes behind the screen though. They don't make people like you anymore. I hope there's still some people that are in the market that are new and you know, yeah. You can immediately see also Rover from the very beginning had that Crypto Moonboy type of feel, like for first video thing. So you know what happens. And now there's a whole research on him because he participated in a pump and dump scheme on his followers. Lol. Yeah, I know. Kun, if you want to make us laugh, open a YouTube account from Crypto Love. Okay, that's a giggle. Now now Crypto Love is gonna be in my in my recommended stuff. Nice thumbnail though. I do like his art style. Not gonna lie, very cool art style. At least the thumbnail or the banner. Look, the thing is, it's just YouTube. It's just how thumbnails can work, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know Crypto Love. There's nothing wrong with the thumbnails. It's the way that the Moon Boys do business, which I don't like. It's the way they bait their followers into doing things which are not good for them. So I don't know Crypto Love, impressive channel size, and he can be an amazing guy. I don't know, I've never actually seen his channel, so I don't know how he does business himself. But the thumbnails, that's absolutely fine. That's no problemo. I'm not really that type of guy, but that's just a personal thing. But it's my problem is mainly the business. So the way they do business, I think, is disrespectful to the community, which is something I don't like. TP hit, that's what I like to hear, Kiran. Good job. Nitesh and Nandanwar, how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome. What games did you play? Trackmania. If you look for Kunz Trackmania on online, on YouTube or anywhere, you'll find lots of stuff. What's up? Adrian is back. Will current resistance hold? There's only one way to find out, no? But now that we, as mentioned also earlier in the analysis, take this high probabilities, we take this high, which now has happened, so we can observe the reaction at resistance, flip the resistance. Each bit increases probabilities more and more to then take that high. 52.7 is the 886, increases probabilities again, so yeah. I'm a bit late, but I am in. Welcome, Johan Boranat. Good to have you here. I'm using your advice and experience, but I'm only in 0.001 Bitcoin. I hope I get to the point that I can financially free, probably. Yeah. You got to start somewhere. Look, like if you see videos online as well with people trading big size, for example, there's a whole road that leads to that, right? So everyone starts small. At least most people, not everyone. Most people start small. If you have already a very successful something going on and you have lots of money, then your low budget amount might be 10K or 100K, while for other people, low portfolio size is $100. You know what I mean? So everyone starts somewhere else, but if you can train your fundamentals, right? If you can create a plan, create a strategy, and then stick to it as well, that is where that 0.001 Bitcoin is slowly going to increase. And at the beginning, it will feel very slow because 1% of $100 is only $1, but 1% of 1,000 is $10, 10 times more. And then it slowly increases, right? Profit, profit, profit. Your account size is growing and you get the hockey stick effect. No, you start slow, and then your account is going to increase very quickly. So time. It's not get rich quick, it's get rich slow. It's a lot better for your psychology and your risk management as well. Are we experiencing the fifth leg, third wave? That is indeed what you're then looking for in the bullish scenario, where this is your 1, 2, and then we're looking for a wave 3 to the upside. That's correct. Yes. Do you know how we can identify a possible short squeeze? And I've understood how this is working. Well, you gotta check open interest. So I mean, you kind of like know by just looking at the chart, because the big moves that happen on a chart is rarely ever because of people market buying or selling in that quick move. It's usually a waterfall of stop losses being triggered, which accelerates a move into one direction. But you can get the proof of that by looking at the open interest. Because if you do get a very quick move, we hit resistance now, by the way. If you do get a very quick move, right, then the open interest tends to drop. So a nice example, I actually recently went over this as well, so I happen to know that, and I prefer using open interest on a bit of a higher time frame. But here, this quick move here, open interest was decreasing. It's a quick move. People get stopped out, short squeeze, tuck, 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 leads to the impulsivity to the upside. And then open interest starts increasing because people are like, oh, then we're going up. But also in the lower time frames, you can easily see like what is a squeeze. Such a move is not because of very active selling. Of course, there's selling participants. But a waterfall, right? A very, very quick move, this type of stuff, you should check the open interest of this move down. Heavily minus. It's because of the stops. Also, the wicks got taken here. But this is a typical example of grabbing the liquidity at the high first, take the highs of the range, right? Breakout traders are like, woo, 100K next. Bearish CVD divergences, showing absorption. I remember because we were live here. That was the biggest live stream I ever had. I'll never forget. And so far, at least. And then we had the quick move down, which is typical. It's typical for a squeeze. In that case, a long squeeze, of course. So, yeah. Very, very nice. Bit late, but I'm in. Oh wait, we were there already. Yeah, it's the Dubai effect. You should get to boxing fights to increase subscribers. People do that, or cry for likes while wearing a Rolex. Yeah, all that bullshit. Like, yeah, go to boxing for subscribers. I know. It's an interesting space, isn't it? It's an interesting space. That would be quite interesting, Mark, eh? Yeah. Trial and error. What's up, R3A? How you doing? Welcome. And I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Frank de Kok, welkom. Goed dat je er bent. Nederlander. Dutch person. Wilde nooit in Bitcoin. Sinds ik jouw kanaal volg ben ik erin. Omdat je het zo rustig brengt in tegenstelling tot andere YouTubers. Ga zo door. Groetjes uit Berlijn. Ah, he's living in Germany. Living in Germany. Welcome, Frank. So what he's saying is he never wanted to jump into Bitcoin, but since he's following the channel, he got into Bitcoin because I explain it calmly in comparison to other YouTubers. Continue the way you do. Greetings from Berlin. Frank de Kok, thanks for hanging out, and welcome to, of course, first of all, the channel, but also to Bitcoin, I suppose, as you're now part of Bitcoin, I suppose, in a way. But yeah, thanks for hanging out here, and thanks for your message. That's very kind of you. Greetings from the Netherlands. Not doing alts at the moment, only Bitcoin. Pump. That is correct. Rowan, what's up? How you doing? Some of you forgot to hit that like button. Thanks, thanks, Time Malone. How you doing, Time Malone? Good to have you here. Bitcoin pushing as well. That is very nice. Let me do a quick right here. What a beautiful day. Ty knows exactly. Yeah, don't forget the time. I know. I got an alarm as well for because I have to go and speak in Rotterdam. But oh boy, is this nice, no? That's very, very nice. Very nice. We are now, okay, we had the weekly and the daily here. We both have hit these, so we can remove this now. Anything else? No. Okay. It's just a range. Oh, lol. Oop. Value area high, that's where we're now. RVAH, range value area high. That's what that means. Which is the blue line that you see on the chart here. Let me make this white as we now test this as well. High volume moving into this resistance, so it definitely has wave 3 characteristics. If we flip this, of course, probabilities increase again to move to the upside, and the 886 is something to keep an eye on. 52.7 also increases probabilities to take the high. We still have the bigger bullish CVD here as well, which is good. We have the smaller one here. So this one, by the way, this one now played out. The bullish CVD that we had here took the high. Therefore, the bullish CVD has played out locally, and that one is neutralized. The bigger bullish CVD over here has the target being this high, so that one didn't yet play out. Still gotta wait for that one. Let's see what happens. So it does suck that I actually have to go soon, because when you see this, I'm like, oh, I would actually be interested to stick around, but gotta speak in Rotterdam for a group of students. Yeah, what's up, perse? Your comment, by the way, was correct. Potentially, indeed, wave 3 in a bullish scenario. That's what you're looking for, at least. Yeah. So, if we do take the high from an Elliott Wave point of view, things become quite easy. The moment price is pumping like this, right? Locally here, moving up on volume. What you want to wait for is a range. wait for a range to form. No financial advice, but that's from an Elliott Wave point of view. What makes the most sense, right? Wait for a range on a 15-minute, 1 hour, get a couple of candles here, range for a couple of hours, or higher. Because as long as you don't really get a range, we're just going to look for price to move up. Now, in an impulsive scenario, wave 1, 2, and we're looking for a wave 3, we eventually want to see a range that is the same size to the range that we had here, or longer, preferably longer, because we're then looking for wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and wave 4 generally takes more time to form than wave 2. So what makes it easy to manage a trade from an Elliott Wave point of view is that any small range that is a lot shorter than your wave 2 has a low probability of being a wave 4 of the same degree. In other words, we want to see a wave 4, a range that is the same length or around the same length in time or longer than what we had here. And that is when we talk about a 4. So if we can take this high at a given moment, that is when managing becomes easy, because you're just going to look for a range to form in the same length in time. Of course, the bearish scenario, if you take this high, the bearish scenario is going to be a flat here. Currently lower probabilities, but yeah, even if you're even in an ABC, I mean, even then you want to see price like ranging and then eventually like, you know, but that's not high probability at the moment. So after what will be the next move? It's over the pump, and we can see the big dump or another big 4 and then the final 5. Both of these are an opportunity, but probabilities at the moment are higher for ending a 5 and a bigger corrective structure. But in a uptrend, we definitely want to see weakness. If we look for a bigger dump, we want to see an impulse to the downside, right, Gabriel? So we want to see either a diagonal, a 5-wave move, or a double 1-2 to the downside, and then look for lower prices. The moment we get a range and it shows corrective structures, we're going to look for higher. So both are an option, but it depends on the range. So pleasure, Supernova. Pleasure. Good to have you here as well. What a nice day, no? Played out like a charm. Played out like a charm. Damn, that's a great Monday. Starting to move above the box slightly as well. Yeah. Okay. Now, unfortunately, as much as I would love to stick around, I have to speak in Rotterdam because I'm also a global keynote speaker and I'm invited to speak for students at the University of Rotterdam. So I have to do that, of course. And we'll see where Bitcoin is tonight. I might go live tonight again, depending on what price is doing, right? So at least what I want to tell you now as I'm ending is first things first. We are still at a little bit of resistance here, right? See how price reacts. If we can flip this box, right? This is the final resistance before the high, which we're already hovering above it now, but we'll see how this goes. Flip this, increase probabilities even more. Probabilities increasing with each step, as explained earlier, right? They were already slightly bullish CVD here, bullish CVD here as well. This bullish CVD played out. That's nice. Price took this high, higher probabilities to take the high, hit resistance. This is resistance, flip this, looking for the high. Hitting the 886. It's quite common after price hits the 886 to actually go back to the golden pocket. So potentially that's something to look for, or continuation, we'll see. But touching the 886, rare for a 2, common for corrective structure. So again, increases probabilities to take the high sooner or later, even if price would move down. But then above resistance, monthly gap monthly gap top, which is 53.3K. Then we have another resistance area at 54.7K, which is the Bybit value area high of the range in 2021, right? Important resistance. Passing that level, and we are looking for the target box, 56.8 to 57.3K. From an Elliott Wave point of view, probabilities are higher if you take this high for impulsive continuation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which makes life easy because what you're going to be looking for is a range. And you want the range to be about the same amount of time, if not longer, than the range we had here for wave 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your bullish scenario. So as long as price is not showing a range the size of what we see here, we look for upside, right? The bearish scenario if price takes this high, which has a lower probability, would be a flat structure, right? But even here, you want to see a range and then eventually a bit of range, and then drop. Probabilities at the moment would be higher if price does take the high for bullish continuation compared to bearish structures. But yeah, this is of course what we're going to be looking for. At the moment, this looks like an impulse, not like an ending diagonal structure for a wave 5, if you take the high at least, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would at the moment be preferred compared to a diagonal structure. And then we'll take it from there, no? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks, Mark. So yeah, my alarm goes off on my phone in literally, I think, a few seconds now, because it is time for me to move. Almost. There we go. Time for me to move, which I want to take as a wave 2 beginning. Oh, but that doesn't matter really for the target for wave 3. It's so close, you know. It's just about the range here. We gotta wait for a bit of a bigger range, at least the size of this drop then. Yeah. So I answered this question. I had a question on your videos too, but probably you missed it. I would like to answer why you can't move from up and down it. Let me answer this question, Vector Call, another time. It has to do with the time of your wave C and how deep it went. But especially time is a thing in this case. A plus B versus wave C. But Vector Call, it's a comment below my video. I probably missed it, so I gotta check. I'll be in the train very soon, so I'm gonna try and find it. Or just comment again on your comment and I'll find it, but I should be able to find it because apparently I didn't reply yet as I didn't see it. So yeah, cheers, Rob. Desert Creek, there he is. I mentioned you earlier from Vegas. Just heads up on your volume. I always have to raise it for some reason on your broadcast. Thank you. Yeah, okay. I maybe have to increase my volume with a bit more gain. I can see also in OBS I'm in the yellow, not in the red, and preferably you're actually in red. So I will increase my volume with a little bit of gain, Desert Greek. Thanks for your recommendation here. I'll make sure to do that for the next live stream as well. Okay, everyone. Thanks for being here. Yeah, what to say? Very, very nice. Everything played out beautifully. And yeah, unfortunately, I can't. Man, I would love to be live during the pump here and observe it with you. But tonight is going to be another update, either a video or a live stream, depending on the price section. I'll be live, but I have to speak for students at the University of Rotterdam, as I'm a keynote speaker and I'm invited to go there. So make sure you trade safe. You know what I'm looking for. But that's on me, of course. No financial advice, and make sure you do you and trade well. So. Thanks for being here. Let's see what price is going to give us. Cheers, and I'm going to see you at the next one.